Hi, Scribe Girls. I'm Danielle.
I'm Charlie.
And we are a goth rock band from Appalachia. We live in the South. And I guess we've got a couple things we could say about conservatives and alternative spaces.
First of all, excuse me?
I've got one.
Why you want to be here?
Why?
Literally why?
Yeah, conservatives do not belong in alternative spaces, and there's many good reasons for that. Mm-hmm. One of them is other people's safety. Mm-hmm. Conservatives are, by definition, more sheltered, and if they live the Christian evangelical way, they are trying to set themselves away from the world. As in, like, anything they don't like, they just say that it's evil and going to hell to burn for eternity in suffering.
So you should not be coming to our places anyway.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Because you're getting off the straight and narrow according to your own ideas. So
yeah, and so
you should
so conservatives tend to fetishize. Mm-hmm, they tend to fetishize our culture because they see it as promiscuous.
I think that's what it's actually about, isn't it? I think that's what they're here for. Because I don't think they're here for. The big thing about having conservatives in our spaces. Imagine if they tried to get into literally to the local goth bar down in, say, Nashville.
Yeah.
I don't think they're getting past the bouncer.
And there's a certain level of trust that comes with being a person. And, for example, the last real strong interaction I had with a conservative person, I recorded their band's music. And then the guy turns out to be abusive towards his girlfriend who I worked with. Long story short, she ends up shooting him several times in self-defense because he was trying to kill her. He moves to so-and-so and basically sort of gets away on the good old boy system as usual with that sort of thing. And he was a conservative in an alternative spaces. He drove a Harley. I mean, I'm not saying anything against Harley owners. I'm just saying he had the aesthetic of
He had that aesthetic.
He was yeah. And then the other interaction I've had with a conservative person most recently is I was recording their music, and he ended up writing songs about the Twin Towers falling and remembering 9/11 as some of his stoner metal songs. And then he proceeded to get me to turn up the guitar so loud that the music was no longer hearable or good. It was almost a parody. I didn't want to do it. I really just did it to show him this is gonna sound like shit. And then he freaked out and said I was bad at my business, and then stole the tracks that I had sent him and didn't finish paying for the work, put it up saying it's his own production and work, solo project. This was a project with 2 other trans women. He then goes on to bash both of those trans women on social media and bully them for some time until he gets called out for it by yours truly. So that's my 2 experiences with conservatives in alternative spaces that I've had recently. And so if I see a conservative in alternative space, I question the space and who let it happen. To be quite fucking honest. That's the life that we live where we live. And people might say, oh, that's sort of a militant, aggressive way to think about it. But it's really not, because they want to kill us.
Well, they're the ones that come with guns to our places and kill us. Yeah,
they want to kill people.
So,
and they think that we are evil, creatures. And we don't see them. The
Unless
thing about it,
fuck us.
The thing about it is they see us as their enemy and as this whole fucking evil creature that's not even, it's like sometimes just subhuman. But what we see them as is like a really sad person who needs help.
But we're not the ones to give the help because they want to hurt us.
And there's a big fucking difference there. And it's the fact that, you know, like, we live lives of compassion and trying to let people express themselves and let people be who they are. And when you introduce a restrictive work environment and restrictive people who say, no, you can't show that to anyone, that's not okay, but, like, about just, like, normal human expression... That's where you start getting into racism and transphobia and gayphobia and biphobia and all that stuff.
And that's this is literally why these spaces exist in the first place.
Why is that?
Well, because like our culture and the music that came with it,
yes,
had to have a place to exist. And so it was alternative spaces.
Yeah. The reason it is alternative is because it's away from
mainstream conservative thing.
Is it the duality of man projecting again that is ruining everyone's fucking lives on this planet again? Wow, that sucks. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, They say that they're living away from the world, but they live in this very, very popular culture that is the oppressor. And they don't understand that the persecution complex they have is a fetish. And the way that they view trans people and alternative spaces and alternative cultures, it is a fetish. And that's why they do it. That's why, for example, in like... what is it, Goths Against Cancel Culture. That's why in that forum that is so hilariously cringy. The reason it's so cringy is because it's all being seen through the lens of, like, these are not humans. And I hate to say that, but that's how that fucking is. We are objectified, we are politicized, we are assumed upon until we are no longer useful. We cannot do any work. We cannot... be a part of this society, and that's what they want. And so I say, if alternatives want to be in conservative spaces, fuck you.
You mean the other way around?
Conservatives want to be in alternative spaces. Fuck you.
No, but like, I seen a thing earlier, just before we went on here, another thing talking about this very issue. It was saying, we have to stop woke from invading goth and punk and metal.
Oh no! What will we ever do?
Honey, this is our house. We did. This is where we live. This is our house. We've been here since we were children. Quite literally, this is the whole thing. We've always been here.
Yeah.
We didn't invade anything. Never seen you at a show. Don't think we'll see them at a show.
No. We came up with these spaces. I have been promoting shows and distributing event flyers and making event flyers and designing merch and managing bands and booking shows for like 20 years to get where I am. And you get conservatives walking in like they own the place and like they own you.
Well,
And I don't like that.
Oftentimes, I just don't really see that. I see that more of an online thing.
And again, it's the duality and the projecting. You have this whole bootstrap mentality, and it turns out that it's the people who actually are like the parasites of society doing nothing. And I hate to use their language sometimes, but what else is there?
Well, I think there's a lot more we could go into. I think it's pretty clear, though, that we are, as Grave Girls, officially against conservatives and alternative spaces.
No conservatives in my spaces. In all reality, like and subscribe to Grave Girls. We would appreciate it. But, in all reality, when it comes down to it, if conservatives are at my shows, I just take note of it, and I want to make sure that people are safe. If someone calls out a crowd member and says, this person is making me feel unsafe, it doesn't matter who it is. I will throw them out. It doesn't matter what group they're a part of. Mm-hmm. But what happens is those are conservative people almost every time. It's someone who's got some sort of oppressed bullshit going on. Mm-hmm. Suppressed bullshit.
That's the word.
Yeah, suppressed.
Yep.
So,
well,
there you go. Hope you like it. We'll see you soon. Thanks, friend, for having us be a part of the show. Grave Girls Forever.
Bye.
See ya.